Check, check. Hello, hello. Hi. What's up? How you doing? Just got off work, just ate dinner. I don't typically record in the evening, but I figured why not? I'm dolo in the crib, got nothing but time. I don't have anything to watch. I don't really feel like gaming right now, so I figured why not make a painting? Well, I'm not gonna make a painting. I'm gonna make like little sketch paintings. I got a bunch of paint sitting in my paint box and I don't want it to go to waste. So I figured, why not do something with it before I have to scrape it off and throw it out and be upset about it? But how are you doing? How are you doing? My day has been weird, but good. Pretty productive. I've been sketching all day, making appointments, doing a little bit of Christmas shopping online, the usual. It's that time. By the way, it's coquito season. I hope you had a glass. I hope you got a coquito plug. If not, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry. But yeah, everything is everything, man. And I've just been really grateful to be back in the studio. Like I keep saying, I'm just grateful to be back in the studio, to be able to work and to just do stuff. And I feel as if I have a newfound appreciation for my fingers, my limbs, my body, and the ability to use them. So I've been thinking about how I kind of want to go about working on what I'm about to do tonight. And I think I'm just gonna go for it and just like feel a free flow. I've been looking at a lot of Robert Ryman. He is an interesting painter, or he was. He passed away, I want to say like 2 or 3 years ago. Robert Ryman's paintings are really interesting. I had never heard of him, but I like walked into a gallery randomly in Chelsea one day and I saw his paintings, and you kind of can't get a sense of what they look like or even feel like from these images. You just kind of have to trust me when I say in person, they're phenomenal. They're these abstract pieces that sort of focus on the surface of the painting and how the colors interact, and it's totally design based. He's one of the OG, or he was one of the OGs, and I fell in love with the paintings immediately. And I went back to the gallery like 2 or 3 times. I feel like the more I learn about art, the broader my appreciation for things grows, and I'm able to sort of understand stuff and not have to have things be explained to me because I can kind of see it, which is an amazing feeling, to get to a point where you feel comfortable in your practice where someone doesn't have to talk to you and walk you through something step by step, and you're able to form your own ideas and own opinions on stuff that you see. And so it's cool. I've been able to start forming my own taste, which, if I do say so myself, is phenomenal for me, right? And what one of my mentors always says is we don't have to agree on what we like, right? I don't want a bunch of clones. I just want to have a conversation. And so I think it's cool, right? When people can have conversations about art, and whether they agree or disagree, it doesn't really matter, right? As long as you guys are talking about the work itself, I think it's super dope. But welcome back. I'm glad you're here with me. I hope your week has been fantastic. I hope you've been eating good. I hope you've been sleeping good. I have not been sleeping good. Yo, I have been waking up I've been waking up at like 3 in the morning and just like laying there. I don't know what that's about. So I'm about to get my sleep schedule on track. I'm about to get my schedule for next year on track. You feel me? Like, I'm locking in. I mean, I've been locked in, but I'm about to lock in harder. You feel me? And anyways, let me set up the easel. Well, the easel's already kind of set up, but we're gonna set up the stuff and get the painting. Drop a 50 bag, 29 for the mob. So I actually don't think this is too bad. I mean, I probably won't look at it once I put this thing away, but for right now, not too shabs. So what I am about to do is paint on these little sheets of linen, because I've never used them before, but they're primed, they're ready to go, and I figure I can just kind of practice with them and see how it feels and see what I can do with it. So I'm just gonna, put up like two of them. I'm gonna put two of them on the drawing board and just see where we can go from there. But I've been growing more and more in love with abstract art and how interesting it is that the people who do make really good abstract art, how they're able to do it. And I appreciate the freedom in it, or maybe not freedom, but I like that something doesn't always have to be figurative to be good, because sometimes you don't want to make something look like somebody, but that's fun too. So I'm really excited to do this. I ain't even gonna lie to you, I have no idea how this stuff is gonna turn out, so we just gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna approach making this how I approach my doodles, which is to say, I'm not gonna have any expectations. I don't know what's gonna come of this. I'm just gonna try and make something, and if anything, we are staying in the studio and we're experimenting, because that's an important part of being an artist too, is experimenting and having fun and seeing what you can do. So if you're watching this right now, I want you to get your stuff out so we can work together. Also, y'all, I had the crazy, you know what? I'm gonna save it for another video, but I had the craziest come up at work today. You would not believe it. We are ready to paint. Let's get it. So while I was kind of setting up, I started to remember that I have this book that I never mess around with. I never do any of the exercises. And I thought it might be kind of cool to do that right now. So the name of the book is The Interaction of Color by Joseph Albers. It's a really fun book because it helps you with your color relationships and just seeing how color interacts with each other. And there's all these really interesting activities in the back of the book that sort of help you explore and illustrate just what happens when you put certain colors next to each other. And I figured, why not kind of use it as a baseline for what I'm going to be doing tonight, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing tonight. And yeah, let's just go for it, dude. So while I was at work today, I was just, you know how it feels to be at a job and you don't love it, but it pays the bills, and you're just there. So that was me today, and I realized very quickly I'm meant for more than this. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, because I understand some people have to do certain jobs just like I have to do a job. And there's nothing wrong if they choose to do that kind of job. But I know for myself, that's not what I want. And I think that is okay. Well, it should be okay. Damn, a lot of this paint is dry. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of what I'm doing. No, it doesn't. Whatever, we're gonna do it anyways. So, yeah. You ever get that feeling where you know that you're meant for more, but you don't know how you're gonna get there yet? And that's how I feel sometimes. And that's how I felt today. I could use a bookmark, but why would I do that? Hell yeah, New York, you tell them. But yeah, some days your desire or the knowing that there's more to life than what you're doing, it's harder than others. And today was definitely one of those days. Okay, so I know what I need to do. I need to use a bigger brush. So if you make it to this part of the video, let me know down below what you feel like you're meant for. Because I want to hear what y'all think that you are supposed to do here, or what you believe you're supposed to do here. But yeah, today all I kept thinking was, I know I'm meant for something that's more impactful than this, because this can't be all there is. And I know there's not. You got to do what you got to do until you don't got to do that no more. And then you got to do something else. Dark blue, lighter blue. Okay. Truthfully, I'm only doing this because it's an excuse to hang out and talk to y'all. So I hope that's okay. It's going to have to be, because this video getting made either way. You feel me? But, you know, I've been talking to my mom a lot about patience and what that looks like and what it means, you know, and how long do you need to practice it. And realistically, it's a lifelong thing. And I think I understand that, and I'll understand it more tomorrow or the next day. But it's like, sometimes it's just like, okay, I get it. I'm supposed to be patient, but for how long? And what's the purpose? What's the purpose of this? Like, what am I supposed to be doing in the meantime, right? Like, because how this is working out right now don't really work for me. That's just kind of what I was thinking about today at work. It's like, damn, bro, like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we really got? Hopefully this blue isn't too subtle. You guys can kind of see the differences. You know, just kind of thinking about how to get to where I want to go. And sometimes the path isn't always as straightforward as you want it to be. At least in my case, I know my path has definitely not been straightforward at all. And that can get discouraging, because you know you're talented, and you know you have the drive, and you want to know, like, what are you missing? And sometimes I would ask myself that all the time, like, what am I missing? Like, what do I need? And I don't think I'm missing anything. I just don't think it's time for me to do what I need to do yet. And so I think my patience is a gift right now, to just continue building on my skills and building whatever else I'm supposed to be building. Okay, step 2 of the exercise is all right, that's cool. This exercise is also fun for me because I just get to play with paint. It's the best part about painting, is playing with the damn paint. But I say all of that stuff I was just saying to say, no matter where you're at, keep going, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we going to get to where we got to go when we're supposed to get there, and not a second sooner. Even if it feels like it's taking way too long. But, you know, time's not even real anyway, so, like, why are we tripping off it? You know what I mean? But we're just going to roll with it because we're here. I feel like it's especially hard to lock into what you're trying to do in a world where everything's online. And, you know, you're like seeing your peers or anyone else like excel. And you want that very badly for yourself. But like I said, everything is in due time, not on your time. So while that happens, we grind, bro. We freaking grind. Like, what else we gonna do? Give up? You know? And that's another thing I was thinking about today at work. Like, you know, at what point do you call it quits? And I think if you love something, you never really call it quits. Because I love painting and I love making art, and I thought about quitting a bunch of times, but like, there's genuinely nothing else I'd rather do. So like, quit and do what? Code? That actually might be kind of sick. Coding's dope. Shout out to all the coders. But you know, there's nothing like being a creative. That looks nothing like what I'm. This is so stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna take another approach. So we're making a red and blue painting. Red and blue. Okay, I can do red and blue. The benefit of being an artist in like the Middle Ages, you weren't always being shown other people's successes. You had to go to the church. You had to go to the church just to see what was popping. Or, you know, obviously you'd have somebody pull up on you like, yo, Federico just got a new patron to sign off on his thing. And then you'd be at the crib like, fuck Federico. Yeah. Fuck that nigga, man. Yeah, so this looks nothing like what I initially wanted to make. And I think I'm gonna move on to the next one. I guess that's like a part of experimenting, though. You don't really know where you're going or what you're doing, and the first attempt is gonna look like hot ass doo-doo garbage, but that's okay, because that is a part of the process. And typically this would not be filmed, but here we are together in the studio filming after work. Yo, y'all listen to that new SZA? Y'all fucking with that shit? Let me know. I listened to maybe 2 songs so far. I love SZA, so I like it. I'm biased, but let me know how y'all feel about it. Yo, there was this Japanese painter in the 80s who would suspend himself from the ceiling and make paintings with his feet. He was freaking crazy, and he was inspired by Jackson Pollock. Interesting paintings. We've got a couple at the MoMA, and I like looking at them, especially knowing the backstory that the dude made them with his toesies. He would, hey, listen, he put it on Patreon or something. He'd get a bag. You feel me? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Let me put out a little more white. Oh no. Oh, we did it. I will not be deterred. All right, let's make one more. I kind of want to use, what do we got? So it's interesting, right? Like having a dream and wanting something so bad that you'll kind of, I don't want to say sacrifice anything, but damn near, you know, you'll like do anything to see this dream become a reality. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And so it's just like, you know, how do you manage that? So I took a break to kind of look at how Robert Ryman was making those little paintings. I want to say it looks like wow. So that's the second time that's happened. Clearly I'm not setting this thing up properly, because that should never happen. That's so annoying, Brett. Well, I'm just glad nothing spilled. I got a little bit of paint on the canvas board, but that's cool. But as I was saying, I think about the Robert Ryman pieces. I think he did them in layers, where he'd like paint, let the bottom layer dry, paint again. I don't quite know how I'm gonna do this. And they were thick too, like his paintings were thick. I guess what I'm yapping about, because that's really what I'm doing is yapping. Because I have some friends who are fairly successful in their fields. And the main thing I've noticed is that they don't give up. They stay focused and committed on their goals. So I'm trying to do the same. The thing about abstract art is I don't know how to make it. So I'm just here. Yeah, and that's the thing about experimenting on camera too. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. This is super vulnerable. But I guess it's real. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people kind of want to hide their processes. And I don't just mean artists. I just mean like, period, right? Because who wants to look silly in front of a bunch of people? Yeah, experimenting on camera. Note to self, don't do this again. Unless y'all like it. I don't know. I just, truthfully, this doesn't mean anything to me. I just wanted to hang out with y'all. So this was just an excuse to play with some paint and to hang out and make a video. I really enjoy making videos. It's a really fun pastime of mine. It's kind of a break away from my break, which is painting. I feel like when I make videos, I get to have a different kind of fun, and it makes me think in a different way. I still get to be creative, but it's a different kind of creativity, and I really enjoy tapping into that. All right, so that's that on that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This was weird. This was really weird. Let me clean off this brush. I just, I got out of work and I wanted to make a video. I just wanted to hang out. I didn't really have much I wanted to do or even really talk about outside of just saying, believe in yourself and don't give up on what you really want for yourself, even if you're not in a position to live the life that you want. Because if you keep believing in yourself, eventually it's going to happen. I know it. As long as you just stay committed, which is a message to myself, but also a message to whoever's watching this. Work as hard as you can every day and don't take things for granted. Enjoy yourself, but, be focused and keep your eyes on the prize of what you really want, which in my case is to be an artist I already am what I want to be. And I guess you already are what you want to be too. It's just about how big do you want that to be. But anyways, thank you for hanging out with me yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I'll see you super soon. I appreciate everything that you guys do. Thank you for anyone who takes the time out of their day to watch these. It means more than you know. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Griselda. Hey yo.